In this video, we'll be discussing Instagram collaborations, both on collaborating with users and collaborating with brands. This video is adapted from the written version of this story on imaginated.com by the author Nate, a portrait photographer who has collaboration experience. The topics we'll be covering in this video include what collab means on Instagram, what an Instagram collaboration is, prerequisites to collaborating, how to collaborate on Instagram, tips for collaborating on Instagram, Instagram collab ideas and examples, how to collab with other users, and how to collab with brands. Starting off, what does a collaboration or a collab for short mean? A collab is short for collaboration. It is the action of working with a user, a business, or a brand to produce or create something. Think of a collaboration as a cooperation between two parties. Collaborations can lead to new innovations, ways to think creatively, new processes, growth, and even new relationships. With that being said, what is an Instagram collaboration? When someone collabs with a user, company, or brand on Instagram, it means that they are working together in a mutually beneficial relationship. Instagram collaborations are growing, and influencer marketing is expected to grow to be worth $13.8 billion in 2021. It is important to note that in collaborations, the mutually beneficial part is very important. There needs to be benefits for both parties in the collaboration, or else it isn't really a collaboration and more of an activity of taking. An example of an Instagram collaboration could be between a social media model and a clothing company. The social media model could collaborate with the clothing company in order to promote their new line of products. The collaboration would be the social media model posting photos of herself wearing the new clothing products. The benefit for the social media model would either be financial or compensatory in the sense of free clothing. The benefit for the clothing company would be using the social media model's following to reach a larger audience and to help them gain brand awareness for their clothing products. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. You might be thinking, that sounds awesome. I could get free clothes and then just post them on Instagram. Easy gig. Well, there are some prerequisites in order to collaborate with users, brands, and companies. Before going out and buying followers, which you should never do, the users need to be engaged with your content, emphasis on engaged. Nowadays, there are many platforms where you can find people, brands, and companies to collaborate with. Within these platforms, they have metrics on your account so you can see how many followers you have and how engaged they are. So our point, long gone are the days of just having a large social following. They need to be engaged now, especially now that the competition is higher and it is easy to see whether or not your followers are engaged with your account. Now that we've covered what collabing is and what collaborating on Instagram is, let's dive into how to collaborate on Instagram with some tips. The first tip when it comes to collaborating on Instagram is to first ensure you have a brand. As mentioned in our marketing framework guide on our website, a brand is one component within the marketing matrix, along with price, promotion, distribution, and product. And as mentioned in our branding guide, a brand is made up of two components, company image and positioning. Company image is the perception of your business or you as an individual in the minds of your target audience. Your positioning involves the identifying of a target audience with an unfilled need and positioning your product or service to fulfill their need. With all that being said, you need to work out what you want your brand to be. Some questions to ask yourself that will help you get the ball rolling include, what perception do I want my target audience to have either about me or my business? Do I want to come off with the perception that I am a fitness expert, a dropshipping expert, a sustainability practitioner, a model, etc.? What product or service do I want to provide my target audience? Is there currently an unfilled need in the marketplace? Will my product or service fill that need? The second tip to begin collaborating on Instagram is to develop your target audience. After figuring out a rough idea of what you want your brand to be, it's time to hone in on your target audience. For example, if you are starting a photography Instagram page, then your target audience will most likely be other photographers, models, and perhaps makeup artists. If you are starting a women's fitness Instagram page, then your target audience will most likely be women who are looking to get in shape, but you can even get further than that. For example, is this a fitness page tailored to at-home workouts, gym workouts, powerlifting routines, yoga workouts, etc.? Keep digging deeper until you find a niche and target audience that resonates with you. Finding out your target audience is an important tip because if you don't know who your target audience is, then it will be hard to collaborate with others, whether it is another user or a brand. For example, if you have a women's fitness Instagram page and you don't know that your biggest target audience is women ages 18 to 34, and you collaborate with a men's sportswear brand, you may not be so successful. The third tip for collaborating on Instagram is to figure out your mission or goal. What is your end game for Instagram and collaborations? Why do you want to collaborate in the first place? Is it for money, status, fame, brand awareness? You need to ask yourself what your end goal is. This way you know what direction to go in terms of who you want to collaborate with. It's hard to know what path to go down if you don't even know where you want to end up. After brainstorming what you want your brand to be, who your ideal target audience is, and what you want your mission or goal to be, it's time to research. The fourth tip is to research brands, users, or companies. The first 3 tips led us up to this moment. Now it's like a puzzle, and the brands, users, or companies will be like puzzle pieces fitting into our overall puzzle. As mentioned, nowadays, there are many platforms that you can use to find brands and companies, and for brands and companies to find influencers. If it's a specific user you want to work with, if you land on their profile, they may have an email for you to contact them. If it's a specific brand or company, then check out their website, as they may have an influencer program where you can just apply. If not, you can email their marketing team. Look for the digital marketing manager if possible, either through LinkedIn or their About page. The 5th tip is to actually reach out to them. Shoot your shot. Let it be known that before reaching out, however, now you will need to have a good size following first before you should even think about collaborating with brands. The recommended size would be at least 10K followers with a good engagement rate. If you reach out to other users, then they should be users of the same level of following count. You may be nervous to reach out to these people, however, get over the fear of rejection. Hope for the best, but expect the worst. That's the motto. If you're reaching out to another user, the collaboration doesn't even have to be big. For example, if you're a photographer, you can collaborate with other local influencers and models in your area for photo shoots. They could receive free photos, you could get a subject to practice on, and then when posted, you would both be exposed to each other's followers. The 6th tip for collaborating on Instagram is the actual execution of the collaboration campaign. After reaching out, you and the person or brand you will be collaborating with should have determined how you will be collaborating, what product or service you will be collaborating on, and for how long. After that has been established, it's time to execute on the collaboration. When doing the actual collaboration, make sure to keep the lines of communication open, just in case they need to message you for anything, or something happens where they need to make a pivot. And as always, present yourself in a professional manner. This way you have the best opportunity that they will want to work with you again later down the line. The 7th and final tip for collaborating on Instagram is to measure the results and ROI, otherwise known as return on investment, of your collaboration campaign. If you aren't measuring the results, then how do you know if it was successful or not? When measuring results, it's important that you track key metrics such as how many people were reached, how many sales the collaboration brought if it was a brand, etc. The more things you track, the better. This way it can even serve as a sort of resume when you want to collaborate with more people. Before starting the collaboration, in the reaching out phase discussed in tip 5, you'll even want to track how many collaboration messages you sent out and how many people responded. Why do this, you may ask? Well, if you realize that you're reaching out to a lot of people and brands, and no one is responding, you may want to change up your outreach message. It's about continuous testing. There's a saying in the marketing realm to always be testing. Test everything. You can only test, however, if you know the results of a certain outcome. This way you know if your test is actually improving results or not. Now that we've covered the tips regarding Instagram collaborations, let's dive into some of the most common Instagram collaboration ideas and examples. The first Instagram collaboration idea and example is the giveaway. Oftentimes, in order to participate in the giveaway, you need to share the post with friends, comment on the post, and share the post on your story. With all that being said, giveaways are great at driving a lot of social shares and engagement on the giveaway posts. An example of a giveaway can be seen with Hydro Flask. After reaching 200,000 followers, they did a follow and tag 2 friends giveaway. In this giveaway, Hydro Flask wanted to celebrate this milestone. They asked fans to follow them and tag 2 friends in the post comments. The post resulted in 12,500 likes and a lot of engagement with the brand. Plus, 2 lucky people got a Hydro Flask for free. The second Instagram collaboration idea and example is referral/affiliate marketing. Referral/affiliate marketing is when you promote a certain product, often at a discounted price with a special code. If users were to purchase the product using your code, you would receive a commission. Here's an example of an affiliate post by a model named Mariano. As you can see, it's different from a regular hashtag ad post because he has a discount code, which result in him getting commission from people purchasing from Hair Bello using his code. The third Instagram collaboration idea and example is a product or service shoutout. You can give a shoutout to your collaboration partner's service or product, and in return, they can give you a shoutout as well. Here's an example from Ian Harding giving a shoutout to Evian Water. And going back to the idea of branding as discussed earlier, this is a great shoutout for Ian Harding because it will align his own brand image with a good cause. The fourth collaboration idea and example is an Instagram takeover. This is when a different brand or influencer takes over your Instagram account for a day, similar to when a guest host takes over on a radio station. In exchange, you can take over their Instagram feed at the same time. The benefit with takeovers is that it exposes both brands to a new audience. An example of this is often seen with the Instagram account Dogs of Instagram, in which they frequently allow for Instagram story takeovers, where another dog account will take over their Instagram stories for a day. The fifth Instagram collaboration idea and example is a joint product release. This collaboration idea is a little more complex and is most suitable for a business with another business in which they have a product. An example of this can be seen when HP and L collaborated on a joint product release. Now let's dive into some differences between collaborating with users versus collaborating with brands. Collaborating with other users is a little different than collaborating with a company or brand. You may want to collaborate with another user if that user aligns similarly to your brand, and you both can gain something from the collaboration. The mutually beneficial component of a collaboration should be even more emphasized when collaborating with other users. Often, the objective when collaborating with another user is not for financial gain, but a brand awareness play, to expose each other to each other's social media followers and hopefully gain new followers. Collaborating with brands and companies are the most common collabs and is often what people refer to when they mention getting collabs on Instagram. In order to collaborate with brands successfully, it's important to follow the tips that we've listed earlier. In case you want a refresher, here they are. Develop a brand, figure out target audience, figure out your mission or goal, research brands, users, or companies, reach out to them, execution, measure results, and ROI. Above all else, it's important that you remain professional and know your value and worth. By remaining professional, you will make the experience enjoyable. If brands enjoy working with you, then they may want to work with you again in the future. In conclusion, we hope you enjoyed this video guide on Instagram collaborations. Now we'd love to hear from you. Is there a collaboration tip that you resonated with? Or is there an Instagram collaboration idea that we missed? Either way, let us know by leaving a comment down below. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, your heart is a sun, and it shines as it opens.
Where your heart is a sun, and it shines as it opens.